BCTV and WB&H Bank are underwriters. Primary Bank, New Hampshire's bank for business, with branches in Bedford, Manchester, Nashua, and Derry. PrimaryBankNH.com. Delta Dental, providing easy access to quality dental coverage for every smile, from your younger years to your golden years, with the nation's largest provider network. The Wicks Insurance Group, serving New Hampshire and the Bedford community with auto, home, life, and business insurance since 1984. TheWicksInsuranceGroup.com. Interim Healthcare of Manchester, personalizing healthcare to meet your unique health needs. InterimHealthcare.com. Nelson Real Estate of New Hampshire, your local brokerage boutique. Relationships built on trust. MrsNelsonsNeighborhood.com. Murphy's Tap Room and Carriage House Event Center, where meals turn into moments and conversations last a little longer. Murphy'sTapRoom.com.
Cam Hadley to Finn LaMarche. Now O'Toole skating in, fires and scores! O'Toole!
And they can't get it to go. Dak clears the defensive rebound finally. Elsmore dishes. O'Rourke there for the put-in.
Danny Zink, and he dribbles to the bucket. Put it up and good! Passway waiting. Now puts it on Casson. Rebound, scores. Ruby Koff. Potential 2-on-1. Here's O'Toole with Vitro. O'Toole fires a shot and scores! Messiah dribbling. Cut. Has the ball stolen away. O'Connell's just going to burn the clock. Bedford win. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Sullivan Arena here on the campus of St. Anselm College here in Goffstown. I'm Harry Kozlowski here with Kelly Gleason, about to bring you the D1 contest between the Exeter Bluehawks and your Bedford Bulldogs. Kelly, you know, since the game we did against BG, the girls went on a pretty good run. They won 4 or 5, but they stumbled a bit in the last couple of games, losing 2.
They did. They were on a tear, but they were up against some pretty good teams. I feel like these two teams are fairly evenly matched, and I'm excited to see what tonight's game brings.
Well, this Exeter team sits in 7th place. They're 8-6-1. The curious thing about this team, though, is they have a very small lineup. They only run 2 lines, and they have 2 substitutes above that, while Bedford has a full 3-line contingent. So
there's really no room for error.
No, we'll see if Bedford can maybe use some of that extra depth they have on their bench to kind of outlast the Bluehawks here. Bulldogs right now sit with a record of 4-11. They are in 11th place, tied with Pinkerton Academy. And what's important about the 11th spot in the Division I standings is that is the final tournament position.
It certainly is. Top 11 teams make it, so they're right on the cusp, and these next couple of games really matter.
And only 3 games remain. Of course, this Exeter contest that we're about to bring to you. Then after that, they are playing. I had some notes here. Let's see. It was.
They're playing Oyster River on Friday.
Right. And that's a tough game. That's one of the top teams.
That's going to be, they're in, Oyster River right now is sitting in 2nd place. That's going to be a really tough game. They are a seasoned team, and they play very well.
And really, the big game is going to be the final game against Pinkerton. That's the team that you're up against, and it may well be that one game might be a playoff game to get into the tournament against the Pinkerton Astros.
Consensus is that that's the game that's really going to determine whether or not they're able to eke out a playoff spot. And this is exactly the same spot they were sitting in last year, 11th place, getting that playoff spot for the first time in history, in the history of this team. So it's a pretty exciting place to be.
So they're going to try to do that 2 years in a row.
Absolutely.
And you just heard there, Alexander Murphy will be the starting goaltender. She has been the starter all season long. And we've got the anthem coming up. And as soon as we're done, we will bring you the call of the game. So stand by.
All right, let's play some hockey.
Teams go to their benches. One of the things I noticed is that Exeter, even with their small lineup, they are missing 2 of their players, or correction, 3 of their players. They only have 9 skaters out there today.
They do. So it's going to be interesting to see if they're able to keep up the same level of energy throughout the game.
Starting in net for the Exeter Bluehawks will be Maria Mong, number 1. She's the senior. And while I've got a moment here, we should welcome our viewers on Exeter Bluehawk TV, Eric Chellis and crew. Thank them very much for picking up our broadcast. We hope you enjoyed the game that we are about to bring to you. Of course, we at BCTV and Bedford 105.1 would like to thank our underwriters for supporting our live sports coverage of Bedford Bulldogs. Primary Bank, Northeast Delta Dental, the Wicks Insurance Group, Interim Healthcare of Manchester, Nelson Real Estate New Hampshire, and Murphy's Tap Room and Carriage House Event Center. Speaking of the Pinkerton Astros, they've lost 5 in a row. But they have a much easier end of season schedule. They play last place Manchester, and then they play the 14th place team, and then they play Bedford. Meanwhile, Bedford has to play the 7th place team, Exeter. They play the 5th place team in Oyster River and the 14th place team in the Pinkerton Astros. Play is underway in the Bedford zone. Broussard in the corner, tries to clear it out of the zone, taken away by the Blue Hawks. Centering, that's knocked away by Irene Tsai.
Irene is probably the strongest defensive player that Bedford has. She's consistent, and she always brings the same level of energy.
Out of the zone, Maddie Mann coming in. There's a shot, hits the post. Bulldogs take control here. And Kelly Bray skates in. She shoots the puck right at the blue line and hits a Blue Hawk player.
Bray Kelly has consistently been a dominant force during this season. She's only a freshman, but it's clear that she's been skating since she was 5 or 6.
From the point, there's a centering pass saved by Murphy. Puck goes behind the net. Now another centering pass picked up cleanly by the Bulldogs. Now they break out.
That was
Anya O'Connor goes off sides on that play. A little too eager. Crossing the blue line there was Irene Tsai. We're going to get a whistle and a face-off here at the blue line. 13:52 to go. No score here between Exeter and Bedford. Puck is loose. Now controlled by the Bulldogs. Claudia DeLeo fires it into the Blue Hawk end where it's picked up. Amelia Bonafide carries the puck out into the Bedford zone, 2-on-2. Bonafide fires a shot, high one off the glove of Murphy, goes behind the net. Bonafide gets the puck back. Cross ice pass can't be held in there by Cooper. She backhands it in, but delayed offsides. Bulldogs have to pick up the puck and clear the zone. Bonafide picks it up in the neutral zone. Up ice to Hanlon. Too far, taken away by the Bulldogs.
Bellamiric with a nice pass back. Unfortunately, it was snagged by Exeter.
Here's Riley York getting by one defender into the corner. Centering pass hits the side of the net. Now in the corner. Clearing attempt goes into the slot. Now it's cleared out. Into the Exeter zone. They're able to pick it up. Hanlon passes it up to York. She loses it.
Over to Bray Kelly once again.
Now she puts on the brakes, tries to center the pass, but nobody home there. Puck is knocked back into the Exeter end momentarily.
That was by number 18, Molly O'Brien.
Now Bonafide over the blue line. Long wrister goes wide. Into the corner. Cleared, skated out of the zone. Picked up there by Hanlon, who fires it right back in, delayed offsides on Exeter. Now the Blue Hawks with the puck. Maddie Mann picking up some steam here, but gets checked right at the blue line. Cargill had it on her stick momentarily.
Bedford's certainly fighting for it.
Exeter unable to hold it in, so Cargill waits a moment and fires it into the Bedford zone, goes behind the net where Cy has it. Settles it down, pass up the board. Now here's a chance for Bedford 2-on-1.
That's Vi Kelly, who sends it to the left of the net for Exeter.
Quick shot there by Mirek. Goes wide and out of the zone. Exeter backhands it out. Picked up by Kelly.
Bray Kelly is quick on those pickups for Bedford, which makes her such an asset to the team. But this is really a skating game at the end of the day.
Bonafide skating into the Bedford end, puts on the brakes, leaves it at the point for Mann. Mann gets around a couple of Bulldogs, fires a shot. That's blockered by Murphy, who made all the saves so far. Now the Bulldogs try to skate out of the zone. They get taken down. Here comes the Blue Hawks back. Maddie Mann coming right down the middle. Blocked by the defender.
Excellent block by Claudia DeLeo. That is Michaela Strauser with the puck right up by the net.
And gets a goal. The backhand shot beats Gautreau, the freshman goalie in the net for Exeter.
That was an unassisted goal, Harry.
So the Bulldogs up 1-0 at the 10:20 mark. So great first goal here by the Bulldogs.
Cargill has the puck for Exeter.
Shot goes over the Bedford net. Michaela Strausser with the goal unassisted. Puts the Bulldogs up 1-0. Turnover in the Bedford end. So played quickly by Chai.
Strauser and Kelly have definitely played together in the offseason, and you can tell by the way they communicate on the ice.
Kelly puts on the brakes, sends it up the wall. Held in at the point by Roy. Now Bonafide at the other point. Takes a check from Strasser. Gets by her, still with the puck. Face-off circle, fires a shot. That goes over the net. Drunzik in the corner now for Exeter. Loses control. Now Kelly takes it away. Kelly along with another skater. Strasser. Pass to Strasser. She's got to go to the board. Loses the puck. And back come the Exeter Blue Hawks. Riley York gets ahead of steam, crosses over the blue line, fires a shot. That gets deflected. Cy in the corner. Up the wall now to Jelinas. Now here's a chance for Bedford, race for the puck. Looks like Bonafide is going to get to it first, and they're going to call a penalty here, a tripping call on Exeter. So Bedford will have a power play here with 8:46 to go in the first period and a 1-0 lead.
This could be critically important to what happens next.
So going in the box is going to be Maddie Mann. 2 minutes of tripping. And Claudia DeLeo is going to take the face-off with Isabella Marek. Now back to the point. There's a shot. Blocked by the Blue Hawks. Bedford gets the puck back. Still loose in the slot. Shot on goal knocked away by Gautreau.
Sends it to Molly O'Brien. And then to Vi.
Bonafide tries to clear it into the Bedford zone. It's intercepted. Exeter doing a good job here tying up the Bulldogs. We have a change now with Irene Cy coming out for the power play. 1:09 to go here with the player advantage for the Bulldogs.
You can see that they brought Bray Kelly back in.
Cooper for Exeter clears it into the Bedford zone. Cy's going to go back to play it behind the net. Wilhelm watching her. Now here's a turnover at the blue line. Cargill couldn't get a shot away.
With 45 seconds left, it's clear that they're relying on Kelly to bring that puck down the ice.
Now Strasser for Bedford. on the far wall, carries it up the wall. It's got 35 seconds to work with. Had the puck knocked off her stick, delayed offside. Wilhelm tries to clear it, but Bedford makes contact with the puck, so it'll be a late offsides call and a face-off right at the blue line. 29 seconds left here in the penalty to Man. Bedford up 1-0. Thanks to a goal by Strasser at the 10:20 mark. Bedford wins the face-off, fires the shot to Strasser that Gautreau had a little trouble with. She finally dives and puts a glove on it. We get a whistle.
Still a lot of time left with 7:08 left in the first period.
Bulldogs make a wholesale change. Molly O'Brien will be taking this face-off. Isabella Myrick is out there. Exeter wins the face-off to fire it up the wall. Gets by the Bedford player. Now Kelly's got to skate back for it for Bedford. 13 seconds left in the power play. Here's a turnover at the blue line. This is Cooper, takes a shot, stopped by Murphy, and leaves it there for her teammate. That's going to do it for the power play. Sides are even. And Cooper tries to play the puck for Exeter at the blue line. Has it taken away
by Merrick.
Merrick on the far wall. Turns, tries to get it on goal, intercepted by Bonafide. She goes up the near wall, takes a check, turns and fires it into the Bedford zone. Tegan Monahan tries to clear the zone. It's held in. Maddie Mann out of the penalty box gets that shot. It hits the stick, goes high. Now Bedford tries to leave the zone. Strasser couldn't catch up with that. No correction. That is Mirek, 15. Bonafide with the puck. Picking up a little momentum here. Still carrying with it. Bonafide gets by a bunch of players in the face-off circle, fires a shot, rebound. And a great stop there. Two great stops by Murphy. Cargill got the rebound. And Murphy had her pad down, stopped both those shots. Here's a shot going the other way. Gautreau gets the whistle. The puck shot loose after she fell backwards, but she got the whistle anyway. And we'll have a face-off in the Exeter end. But two great stops there by Alexandra Murphy.
Murphy's really come a long way, and man, am I biased because she's my kid. But she is.
We know.
She's come from nothing straight up, and my goodness, she's learned a lot this season.
Well, keeping that pad down is a big part of it, especially on a rebound. Here comes Maddie Mann for Exeter. Gets around one player, tries to come in close, but Murphy plays her all the way, keeps her pad flat, makes the stop. Murphy's had a solid game so far. Now the weak shot is sticked away by Murphy. Sy clears the zone. Instead, Bonafide meets it at the blue line. Taken away. Here's a cross-court pass. But the Blue Hawks catch it. Riley York takes it behind her own net. She's being forechecked. Almost lost the puck. Now she backhands it. It goes into the neutral zone for Kelly. Kelly turns. Or Hodson Rogers turns, number 6. Bonafide with the puck, skates right into the Bedford defense, gets around a couple of players, has a shot in close. Murphy with the save.
These girls are really putting their whole hearts into this game tonight.
It is a big game. It would also mean a lot for them to take down a team with a record like Exeter.
Absolutely, it's huge for playoff contention calculations. Fun fact, number 4, Emma Cody, this was her senior project to play for this team. She had not played hockey before.
Exeter still with the puck. Mann at the blue line, that's blocked. Mann picks up her own rebound, comes in close and right off the crossbar. Close call there for Exeter. Mann had a great shot, but just put it up a little high. Beat Murphy, but it hit the crossbar. Now here's the shot from the blue line that's blocked. Exeter's got to clear the zone, but Bedford will carry it out. Lead pass too far.
The key here in this game is going to be if Bedford can keep it on Exeter's side consistently.
Strasser Loses the puck to Man. Man 1-on-2, trying to get by 2 Bedford defenders. Has a stick check. Now here's Cargill on the follow through. Puck
Nice cover by
dribbles
Murphy.
through to Murphy, and she's able to cover it up. With 3:13 to play and a score of 1-0 for the Bulldogs. Face-off will be to the right of Alexander Murphy.
Anya O'Connor on the face-off.
And Kaylin Cooper for Exeter. Exeter wins. Bonafide from the blue line. There's a deflection. Murphy with the stop there and got the rebound too. Bulldogs skating out of the zone. Big check right there. Multiple collisions there at the neutral zone, right at the blue line.
Bedford's fighting for it, and it looks like Bray Kelly has it once again. Nice catch by the Exeter goalie.
Yeah, that's Gautreau able to track that shot from number 5, Bray Kelly.
That was quite the reach and grab. Really impressive.
Bulldogs change. Merrick taking the face-off here. Jelinas had the puck momentarily, now cleared out by Wilhelm for Exeter. That'll end up being an icing. The puck will come back for another face-off in the Exeter end.
We are still in the first period with 2 minutes and 41 seconds left.
Not too many stops. Things are moving quickly. And Molly O'Brien with the face-off here for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs
My
win it.
question is how quickly Exeter's line might tire out with only 2.
Hodgson Rogers took a shot that was blocked, and now it's going to be a hooking call, I think, on Bedford.
It is.
So the captain will take a seat. Is that Vi Hodgson Rogers
That
going
is
off?
by Hodgson Rogers in the
Number
penalty
6.
box. Number 12, Carly, her twin sister, is number 6.
So face-off in the Bedford end, 2:29 to go here. Exeter with the power play. Bulldogs control, they try to clear, they can't do it. Nora Hanlon now behind the Bedford net looking for an outlet pass. Now she comes up in front of the goal line, has the puck checked off her stick. Now back behind the net.
Bedford's really fighting to protect that goal.
Chance for a clearing attempt here by the Bulldogs, and it is cleared away. Isabella Myrick sends it all the way back behind the Exeter goal. 1:59 left in the period, 1:29 left in the power play for Exeter. Bonafide. Pass up to Man. Man gets by 1. Still with it.
Molly O'Brien for Bedford staying right on top of that, trying to wrestle away that puck.
Bonafide at the point. Loses control. Now a shot from the face-off circle. Murphy with the stop. Bulldogs with the puck. And they wait and they clear it down the ice. 1:25 left in the period. 56 seconds left in the Exeter power play.
Nice get by Anya O'Connor, unfortunately taken away by Exeter.
Here's Cooper behind the net, being harassed there by Sy. Sy gets the puck back.
Sy to Anya O'Connor.
O'Connor has room to skate and will carry it out. Sent it up to
Looks like number 13,
right,
Michaela
Strasser.
And
Puts it on goal. That shot had a little kind of fooled Gautreau momentarily. Now here's a chance for Man for a breakaway coming in. Fires a shot. Stopped by Murphy. Another big stop by Murphy. Chance here by Bonafide from the blue line. That sails over the net. 33 seconds to go. Exeter still with the puck. Blue line shot from the point. Deflection attempt, no good.
23 seconds to go.
Now the puck is cleared. It's a race to the puck. Bedford gets to it first. Strasser coming in all alone. Backhand. Gautreau with the save. Great move there. And now a puck is fired all the way into the Bedford zone. This should, no, they're going to wave off the icing. 5 seconds left. And that's going to do it. Kelly carried the puck as the horn sounds, and that ends the first period with Bedford up 1-0 thanks to a goal by Strasser at the 10:20 mark, an unassisted goal.
That is an action-packed first period.
Quite, and really kind of a big period for Alexander Murphy, who made at least 5, maybe 6 big saves, a couple of shots and rebound saves as well to keep these Bulldogs in the game. So
total save count by the goalies is Brigitte Gautreau, 6 saves in the first period. Alexander Murphy for Bedford, 13 saves in the first period.
Not surprised, she was a busy lady. So we're going to take a break here, throw things back to the studio, and come back in about 11 minutes for second period action. It is Bedford 1, Exeter 0. You're listening and watching Bedford Girls Hockey on BCTV and Bedford 105.1.
BCTV and WB&H thank our underwriters. Primary Bank, New Hampshire's bank for business, with branches in Bedford, Manchester, Nashua, and Derry. PrimaryBankNH.com. Delta Dental, providing easy access to quality dental coverage for every smile, from your younger years to your golden years, with the nation's largest provider network. The Wicks Insurance Group, serving New Hampshire and the Bedford community with auto, home, life, and business insurance since 1984. TheWicksInsuranceGroup.com. Interim Healthcare of Manchester, personalizing healthcare to meet your unique health needs. InterimHealthcare.com. Nelson Real Estate of New Hampshire, your local brokerage boutique. Relationships built on trust. MrsNelsonsNeighborhood.com. Murphy's Tap Room and Carriage House Event Center, where meals turn into moments and conversations last a little longer. Murphy'sTapRoom.com.
A quick recap of the scoring. At the 10:20 mark of the first period, it was number 13, Michaela Strasser, coming in unassisted, and she beat Brigitte Gautreau with a backhand, and that put Bedford up 1-0. Exeter, lots of shots on goal, including a power play, but Alexander Murphy turned away 13 shots, did a great job.
She did. Brigitte Gautreau, not to be underestimated, by the way, she's a freshman for the Exeter Bluehawks, so she is fairly new to the high school level of this, and 6 saves from her in the first period as well.
And she kind of was fighting the puck a little bit a few times. What I mean is that the puck would come to her and it might bounce off her glove, or she had a pounce on it.
She seemed a little bit unsure on the forward drop, like she didn't quite control the cover. That comes with time and experience.
So the Bulldogs could take advantage of that, get some more shots on goal, maybe see what how she handles that added pressure. Quick reminder, we've got a really busy week here on BCTV and Bedford 105.1. Coming up tomorrow at 4 o'clock, new time, 4 o'clock, it's going to be girls basketball against the Massachusetts state champion Wachusett Mountaineers. Bulldogs, of course, coming off a win at Pinkerton, another huge win against Concord Christian on Friday. If they could finish out the season undefeated, they got 2 more games after Wachusett, they can be the #1 seed. And we're going to have that game for you tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Then we're going to be back here at Sullivan Arena on Thursday at 6:30 p.m. as the boys take the ice against the Exeter Bluehawks. So we'll have that game for you as well. Probably share that with Bluehawk Media as well, so make sure you tune in. And then on Friday, boys basketball against the Londonderry Lancers. That's a 7 o'clock tip-off. All those games this week will be on BCTV and Bedford 105.1. And then come in March, we've got playoffs.
We do have playoffs. Boys hockey and girls hockey are sitting at pretty much the same rank. They're both sitting right on the cusp of making those playoffs, so these next couple of games really matter for both teams.
And this would be a huge, huge win for Bedford if they could pull it off. Of course, they've got another tough game coming up in a few days against Oyster River Portsmouth, but then they finish the season against Pinkerton Academy, and that could very well end up being like a playoff game with the winner going into the tournament. So a lot on the line for the ladies here and the Bulldogs. They're in a good spot right now. They got to add to that lead.
They are, and this is really a skating game. It's going to come down at the end of the day to whether Bedford can maintain their stamina and skate really fast towards that Exeter net.
So O'Brien on the face-off against Cooper. And the Blue Hawks control. Bonafide tries to fire it in. She does. Sai goes behind the net to play it.
She's going to pick it up there.
Drunzik tries to get it in the corner. Nice takeaway there from Riley York. Bulldogs try to carry it out, but it's fired right back in at the blue line. Kelly has to come back for the puck. Held in again at the blue line by Maddie Mann. She skates in, and she gets her own rebound, beats Murphy, and now we're all tied up in 1.
It is a tie game, so these next couple of moves really matter, and we're going to see a line change with Michaela Strasser coming back out on the ice for Bedford.
So I believe that was number 9, Maddie Mann, getting the goal.
Maddie's a senior for the Exeter Blue Hawks.
And that comes at 14:23, the second period.
That was an unassisted goal by number 9.
So Mann ties the game up 1 apiece here.
And she's got the puck again, and she's trying for a breakaway.
She's got a great shot, and she skates very well, and that shot is partially deflected. Murphy able to play that. Now Bonafide at the blue line takes a shot that goes over the net, thanks to the stick of Broussard, able to deflect that. Exeter still controls. Here's Mann at the point. Brister kicked away by Murphy. Cooper now in the corner. DeLeo tries to take that away from her. Bulldogs tied up in their own end a bit here. Now finally Michaela Strasser picks it up. She's 1-on-2, skating into the Exeter end, uses it.
That was a nice shot by Strasser.
What she did is she used Mann as a screen.
She did.
And she almost caught Strasser there off guard. Puck is cleared out of the Bedford zone, in the neutral zone now. Fired off the board into the Exeter end. Bonafide is going to chase it. They're going to say it's an icing. And the face-off will come back into the Bedford zone. 13-14 to go here in the second period.
I suspect it's going to be O'Connor on the face-off.
And I believe you are correct. And taking the face-off for Exeter will be number 18, Kaylin Cooper. Bulldogs win that. Goes to the point, though. Mann recovers. Mann still with it. Waits, fires a shot. Alexander Murphy with the save right there. Bedford unable to clear the zone. Now they finally do. Shot back in by the Blue Hawks. Kelly's going to go back to pick that up. Up the wall. Stopped there by Mann. Fires a shot wide into the other corner. Drunzik gets there first. They get it back to the point, but Wilhelm unable to hold it in. Mann with the puck. Probably the best skater for the Blue Hawks, number 9. Puck into the neutral zone. Cargill with it. Or actually it's Bonafide, 22. Over the blue line. In the slot, fires a shot, but it hits Kelly's stick and goes over the net. Puck bouncing in the face-off circle. Centering attempt, misses everybody. Now it's cleared out of the zone. This should be an icing on Bedford.
That was an icing on Brenna Jelinas, who was clearing out for Bedford.
So face-off coming back into the Bedford end here. All tied up in 1 apiece with 12:02 to go here in the second period. Exeter really only working with four subs. You know, they have a full line and then they have 4 skaters. So all these skaters are getting double and triple duty here.
There's a lot of variables here, and the biggest one is energy and skating speed.
Turnover at the blue line, taken away by Mann, still with the puck. Getting up ahead of steam, that she gets checked from behind by O'Brien. Now it's taken out of the zone. It's going to be offsides on Exeter, as it was carried over the blue line there by Cooper. Face-off will come outside the blue line here.
I will say I've watched Bedford's passing game get tighter and tighter all season long.
Exeter controls. Cooper fires it down the near wall. Goes behind the net. Carly Hodgson-Rogers had it momentarily, loses it. Blue Hawks get it back. Myrick is checking her. Now at the near wall, Strasser clears it into the neutral zone. Carried right back in by Mann. Mann is really the player that they have to watch out for.
It really is.
For Exeter. She is the spark plug. Best puck carrier, best shot, best skater in blue here. And they're just going to really have to watch out for her every time she gets the puck. Face off in the neutral zone. Bedford wins. Kelly tries to skate through. Gets through one defender, but offsides on Bedford. Strasser was late getting back over the blue line, so all that effort for Nogwell to face off outside the Exeter blue line. Michaela Strasser against Nora Hanlon here on the face-off. Bedford controls. Trying to get the puck over the line. Irene Tsai gets checked off the puck. And what's the call here with the whistle? Are we going to get a penalty call? Actually, it's going to be Tsai going off. That's interesting. They're going to say holding call.
That's interesting to me because I thought it was going to be a call in favor of Tsai, quite frankly.
Yeah, I mean, Tsai was the one who went to the ice.
There was a moment where it looked like it was going to be a hooking call.
So Irene Tsai in the box for Bedford here for 2 minutes. And another power play here for the Blue Hawks. Cooper fires it, goes wide. Bedford able to clear it out all the way into the Exeter zone. Isabella Merrick on the forecheck. Almost got to that puck, but Bonafide picks it up. Now Riley York into the Bedford zone. Rister is sticked away by Murphy. Now Mann, face-off circle. She's checked. Clearing attempt stopped at the blue line. Knocked back in momentarily. Fired out, but Mann is able to knock it right back down.
1:22 left in the power play.
Mann trying to get her stick on the puck, but she can't. So it's going to be Bonafide over the blue line for the Exeter Blue Hawks. O'Brien on her. Mann gets the cross ice pass, fires a wrister on the short side wide. Now Riley York from the opposite face-off circle. Her shot hits the stick and goes wide again. Mann down low. Cuts in off the crossbar. That's the second time she's hit one tonight. Clearing attempt off the stick of Riley York. Exeter's got to clear the zone.
46 seconds left in this penalty. It's a lot of time.
Bonafide over the blue line. Still has it. Gets it to York. York fires a shot. That's wide. Oh no, it caught it.
It caught the edge and it bounced back in for a goal for Exeter.
So power play goal there. We'll see. Is it York that's going to get the goal here?
I feel like that was an assisted goal.
It looked like it was going wide there for a moment. So 2 goals here in the second period by the Blue Hawks gives them a 2-1 lead. We'll wait and see for the official word. We think it was Riley York with the shot from the point. So it is York from Bonafides for Exeter, and that puts them up by a goal here. Now here's Mann with the shot, and that's tracked beautifully by Murphy, able to block it and hang on to the rebound. Teams are back to even strength despite there being time left on the scoreboard here.
We've got 9 minutes and 12 seconds left in the second period.
Now it's cleared off. So face off to the right of Murphy. At the blue line. High shot over the net.
One of the things that Murphy's really good at is that high glove grab. She comes from a softball player background, and you can definitely see it when she's in that goal.
Now Bedford had some room there, but they lost the puck.
Tsai's going to chase after that and try to catch it.
Now another attempt to get out of the zone. They do. 3-on-2 for the Bulldogs here. Pass intercepted by Mann. Tries to get by Kelly, couldn't do it. Good play there. Bray Kelly getting some speed going here into the Bedford zone, but she's ridden off the puck by Mann. Mann takes it away. Now she comes up to near Ward, and she runs into a Bedford player, loses the puck.
Kelly's ability to skate is really one of the #1 assets.
And they're going to call
this team
interference
has.
on Bedford for that, for running into Mann. So another power play here coming up for, no, correction, it's going to be Mann who gets the call, saying that she interfered with the Bedford player. So the Bulldogs come on the power play.
Let's see if they can score in the next 2 minutes.
Exeter penalty, number 9, Maddie Mann, 2 minutes.
Bedford controls the faceoff. DeLeo from the point. That hits the body. Carly Hodgson-Rogers had it at the other point, lost it. Turnover in the neutral zone, fired in by Kaylin Cooper. Bulldogs have to go back for it. Merrick turns it over. Close call there. Claire Wilhelm had a chance at the goal. Cleared into the neutral zone. Riley York now lost it. Bedford tries to regroup. Pass across ice. Merrick couldn't control the puck. Kaylin Cooper goes behind her own net. Fires a shot to Drunzik, who backhands it into the neutral zone. Bulldogs try again. York chases it. Clears. Bedford's got to regroup. Fires it in. Taken away again. This time Bonafide. Skates into the Bedford zone. 50 seconds left on the Bedford power play. They yet to get a shot on goal. Bonafide controlling the puck in the corner. Now finally gets checked. Gets away from those checks. Still with the puck. Staying behind the Bedford net. Puts it through the goal crease. Nobody home. Bedford tries to clear the zone. They're going to wave off the icing. Bonafide goes back for it. Strasser.
Nice get by Cy in the neutral zone. She takes it back behind Bedford.
Bedford tries again. Kearns had it momentarily, lost it. Fired back in by the Blue Hawks. Just 5 seconds left on the Bedford power play. So they really haven't had much going on here. They've been bottled up pretty well by these Blue Hawks. Puck leaves the ice. It goes into the Exeter bench. We get a whistle, and that's going to do it for the power play.
And I will say the consistent problem that Bedford has faced this season is second period stamina issues. They always have a strong first period, and they go into the third period pretty strong.
We'd like to thank our underwriters for making Bulldog Sports possible on BCTV and Bedford 105.1, Primary Bank, Northeast Delta Dental, the Wicks Insurance Group, Interim Healthcare of Manchester, Nelson Real Estate New Hampshire, and Murphy's Tap Room and Carriage House Event Center. 6:07 to go here in the second period. Exeter had the puck at the blue line, lost it momentarily. Now Bonafides fires it back in. Claudia DeLeo chases it. Now Carly Hodgson-Rogers for the Bulldogs. Pass up the board, taken away there by Maddie Mann. Mann, a little too eager over the blue line. It's going to be offsides on Exeter.
We're going to see a line change for Bedford.
Wholesale line change, everybody coming off. So one thing for sure, the Bulldogs are a little fresher. They've got 3 full lines, while the Exeter Blue Hawks have 1 line and 4 subs. So those young ladies are getting a lot of ice time here today. Puck high in the air in the neutral zone, picked up there by
Michaela Strauser.
Gets it back. Strasser trying to get a shot away, can't do it. Loses it behind the net, being checked the whole time. Emma Cody gets it back to the point. There's a shot. Stopped before he gets to the net. Now Bonafide takes it in for Exeter, fires a high shot over the net. Up the wall, Bonafide holds it in again from the blue line. Fires it down low. Irene Sy tried to get a stick on it, couldn't. But here comes Bedford. Murphy over the blue line. Murphy still with it. Gets to the face-off circle. Turns, tries to get it to a teammate. Instead, it's turned over to Maddie Mann. She's got a breakaway, fires a shot and scores. That was a fast shot by Maddie Mann.
Right over Murphy's right shoulder.
So Mann with her second goal puts Exeter up 3-1. And you can just see the speed that Mann picks up while she's in the neutral zone. Got past both of the Bedford defenders, and instead of waiting to get close, just fires a missile.
She is definitely a power player. I'd be interested to see if Bedford puts Kelly and Strauser on the same line, because really that's what needs to happen in this game.
So the assist going to Josie Drunzik for Exeter. And now it's a 3-1 game. Bedford had a 1-0 lead. Exeter answers with 3 goals here in the second period. 4:20 left in this period.
Twice Anya O'Connor has blocked an Exeter pass in the last couple of seconds.
Here's Cargill for Exeter into the Bedford zone, being checked. Loses the puck in her skates momentarily. Up the wall, bounces into the slot. Now Kearns has got to come back for it for Bedford. Luckily, she had plenty of room to do that. But Cooper checks her. So her teammate comes and clears the zone. In the neutral zone, Bonafide makes a move. Over the blue line, Bonafide fires a shot, and that's going to beat... It's going to beat Murphy on the far side. Murphy was going to her left, and the shot went to the right.
She was. That's a tough one.
So a 4th goal in this period, this time from Bonafide, who's got an assist already in the game, and it's 4-1 Exeter. And I'm going to give that goal to her unassisted. So
It's Molly O'Brien for Bedford on the face-off against number 18 for Exeter, Kaylin Cooper.
there's the shot. That's blocked. The one thing the Bulldogs needed to do in this game is get more shots on the goalkeeper, Brigitte Gautreau. She really hasn't seen anything in this period. She only had 6 saves to make in the first period.
That is the name of the game, and they've come up short several times on making those shots.
Kelly on the far wall. Tried to center it, gets past the Bedford player, and they have to come back for it. They fire it back into the Exeter end, where Riley York catches up to it. She's being checked there by Hodson Rogers. Puts on the brakes, changes direction, and out she comes. York still with it. Into the Bedford zone where Kelly picks it up. Almost got a trip there. Fired into the corner. Carly Hodson Rogers centers it. Tried to get it to Molly O'Brien.
Oh, that is a full body cover by that goalie. And a nice one at that, because it will not be a goal for Bedford.
That was Gautreau making that big save right there. One of the few chances that Bedford's had in this period. We'll get a whistle and a face-off here at 2:30 to play. Bulldogs really could use a goal at this point to stem the tide. 4 straight in this period by the Blue Hawks. Michaela Strasser wins the face-off. Back to DeLeo. Cross-ice pass. Shot is blocked there. That was number 6, Hodson Rogers' shot. Now Strasser with the puck. Hodson Rogers has to go back for it. In their own end. Now it's in the neutral zone. Bonafides, who scored the last goal, skates around one Bedford defender in the face-off circle. Oh, fires it right off the goalpost. Tried to put it on the same side as she scored the last goal, but hit the goalpost this time. 1:52 remaining in the period. Bulldogs trail 4-1. Maddie Mann has the puck taken off the stick.
Cody for Bedford with the pickoff.
Kind of a rare pickoff there. Maddie Mann usually pretty good with the puck. Bulldogs still with it. Here's Molly Duck.
It is Molly Dutton's birthday today. Fun fact.
Happy birthday, Molly. Here she is again. Now Strasser picks it up for Bedford. Along the far wall, checked by Bonafide. Man goes behind the net to catch up to it. Gets by Cody.
Gets by Strasser.
Head of speed here for Mann. Gets by another defender, fires a shot wide. Mann can just skate right through the Bedford defense at will.
She can. She's definitely a force to be reckoned with.
45 seconds left in the period here. Shot from the blue line hits a leg before it gets to Murphy. Exeter still controlling it. Now Bedford gets their control of it. Cody tries to get it out. Does. Actually goes into the Exeter bench. Will get a whistle here with 35.1 seconds to go.
In order for Bedford to pull off a win in this game, they're really going to need to turn up the heat with the skating and the forward positioning in the
They're going to need
period.
to get more shots on Gautreau just because she really had a few shaky moves with the puck. Unfortunately for Bedford, this Exeter team has been doing a fantastic job bottling them up, forechecking them, really not giving them any room to operate in.
They really have, so they're going to have to think creatively and figure out how to get out of that.
Here's York in the corner, finally picked up. Oh, Mann stole it away. Mann fires a shot, and Murphy saves that with 21.2 to go. So just as they're getting out of the zone, Mann is able to come in and just kind of take the puck away from them. So face off here to the right of Murphy. Controlled by Bedford, up the wall, held in at the blue line. Now it comes out. Here's a chance for the Bulldogs. Fires it wide. Shot there by Mirek. Cleared behind the net. 5 seconds left in the period. And Bonafide just waits for it behind the net and lets the clock expire. And that does it for the second period, and this time it's all Exeter. 4 goals in the span of about 7 minutes, starting at the 14:55, the 14:23 mark, I should say. It was number 9, Maddie Mann, with an unassisted goal to tie it up at 1 apiece. Then at 9:33, Riley York, with help from Amelia Bonafide, made it 2-1. At the 4:41 mark, it was Maddie Mann once again with an assist from Josie Drunzik, made it 3-1. And then Bonafide with a unassisted goal at 3:42. And that's where we stand right now with a 4-1 lead for the Exeter Bluehawks.
Here's where we are with goal saves. Brigitte Gautreau, the freshman who is in goal for the Exeter Bluehawks, had 2 saves in the second period for a game total of 8. Alexandra Murphy, the sophomore in goal for Bedford, had 6 saves in the second period for a game total of 19.
So we will take a break, waiting for the Zamboni to do their job, and we'll come back with third period action right after in about 10 or 11 minutes. 4-1, Exeter leads Bedford. You're watching and listening to Bedford Girls Hockey on BCTV and Bedford 105.1.
BCTV and WBNH thank our underwriters. Primary Bank, New Hampshire's bank for business, with branches in Bedford, Manchester, Nashua, and Derry. PrimaryBankNH.com. Delta Dental, providing easy access to quality dental coverage for every smile, from your younger years to your golden years, with the nation's largest provider network. The Wicks Insurance Group, serving New Hampshire and the Bedford community with auto, home, life, and business insurance since 1984. TheWicksInsuranceGroup.com. Interim Healthcare of Manchester, personalizing healthcare to meet your unique health needs. InterimHealthcare.com. Nelson Real Estate of New Hampshire, your local brokerage boutique. Relationships built on trust. MrsNelsonsNeighborhood.com. Murphy's Tap Room and Carriage House Event Center, where meals turn into moments and conversations last a little longer. Murphy'sTapRoom.com.
And welcome back to Sullivan Arena here on the campus of St. Anselm's College. Welcome back to Sullivan Arena here on the campus of St. Anselm's College, where Bedford kind of had a rough second period, allowing Exeter score 4 straight. They trail now 4-1 here going into the third period. Kelly, they need to turn things around a little bit. They need to take advantage of that short bench that Exeter has and get some more shots on goaltender Brigitte Gautreau.
They really do, and I'd like to see, a little bit more power in these lines. I'd like to see these lines stay on the ice a little bit longer, learn to gel with each other, communicate a little bit better without the frequency of the switch-ups that I'm seeing happen right now.
While we're waiting for the ladies to return to the ice, let's remind you of the games coming up this week here on BCTV and Bedford 105.1, including tomorrow, 4 o'clock start. It's going to be early. It's going to be the Massachusetts girls basketball state champions, Wachusett Mountaineers, coming to take on the Bedford Bulldogs. 4 o'clock game. That'll be on BCTV and Bedford 105.1. Then we'll be right back here at Sullivan Arena on Thursday the 19th. 6:30 puck drop as the Exeter Bluehawks boys team comes in to take on the Bedford Boys Hockey Club. Then on Friday the 20th, 7 p.m. start, boys basketball against the Londonderry Lancers. We'll have all those games on here for you on BCTV and Bedford 105.1, and very, very soon we'll be into tournament time in March, and we look forward to that as well.
Certainly hoping that Bedford is able to secure that playoff spot. How they perform in period 3 is really going to be a determinative factor here.
Yeah, they're tied with Pinkerton. We're talking about the girls hockey team. They're tied with Exeter. They're tied with Pinkerton, and they have to win their last 3 games in the hope of staying in front of the Pinkerton Astros.
At least 2 out of the 3 are kind of critical mass here.
Yeah, obviously a lot depends on what Pinkerton does. They have a game, but they have a much easier schedule. They're taking on the last place, the winless Manchester Co-op team. They're also playing another rather low rated team, so they have an easier schedule. Bedford's going to have it a little tougher here against teams like Exeter and against Oyster River, Portsmouth. So those are the next two games that this
big
game and the next game
difference that these
Bedford.
Private school recruitments have made. Manchester having won the state championship in 1995 when I was a junior in high school. Now they have to co-op because they can't find enough good players to field the team.
Well, I mean, that is a fact of life in girls hockey. As I mentioned to you before, 7 of the top teams in Division I are co-ops. Most of them combining 3 schools to put together one varsity squad. So that seems to be the future. There's more co-op teams in Division I girls hockey than there are single teams like Bedford and Pinkerton.
So on the ice we have Myrick, O'Brien, Sy, Bray, Kelly, and Vi Hodgson-Rogers.
Bluehawks control the puck with Bonafide, fire it up the board to Drunsick. Drunsick tries to center it to York. Puck is knocked away. Bedford coming right back. Myrick firing it in. That one just goes wide on the short side. Vi Hodgson-Rogers meets it on the other wall. Fires it in. Now man with the puck.
As we said, the key here is to keep it in Exeter's zone consistently throughout the third period. We need shots on goal for Bedford.
Here's Bonafide, cross ice pass to York off her stick. Nice check there by Kelly. Now Kelly's got a little bit of speed here. She's got Myrick with her, tries to get a shot away, hits a leg. Myrick fires a shot that also hits a leg. Now man, 2-goal scorer here tonight, trying to get a third one for a hat trick.
Line change, and we've got Michaela Strasser on the ice for Bedford.
Loses the handle. Cooper now with it for Exeter. Drop pass to Drunsick. Weak shot, picked up easily by Bedford. Player goes down. We're going to get a whistle here. It's going to be a cross check, so a power play coming up for the Bulldogs.
And boy, do they need it.
And it looks like Riley York will take a seat for 2 minutes. She'll get 2 minutes for cross check. And we'll see if Bedford can capitalize and try to cut into this 4-1 lead here with 13:47 to go in the third period.
See a line change again, and this is the third variation of a line we've seen in this game, and we're not very far into it.
Anya O'Connor on the faceoff. She wins it. Kelly left it there at the blue line. Puck goes into the corner and lifted high. It's Amelia Bonafide fires it deep into the Bedford zone. Kelly's going to go back for it for Bedford. 1:45 left in the power play. Pass up there for Kearns. She gets checked by Bonafide, but Kearns still on her feet. Gets the puck over to Jelinas in the other corner. Backhand pass is stolen away and fired down by Exeter. Bounces off the back wall. Kelly picks it up. Wilhelm forechecking for Exeter.
1:13 left on the penalty, and Bedford really needs to bring some power and keep it in Exeter's zone.
Pass up for Wilhelm. She's against 4 Bulldogs. Loses the puck. Bedford trying to get out of the zone. The last power play, Bedford really didn't get a shot on goal because of this Exeter forecheck, and they seem to be doing a pretty good job here as well. Once again, fired in by the Blue Hawks. Bedford just trying to get out of their own end here.
Blue Hawks have a lot of power behind their passing game, and it is definitely working to their advantage in a power play scenario.
Here's Myrick for Bedford, finally into the Exeter zone. Leaves it there for Molly O'Brien. Now behind the net, wraparound attempt. That's broken up by Bonafide. And Bonafide carries it for the Blue Hawks, fires it down the ice, and that's going to pretty much do it for the power play. Just 10 seconds to go here.
Exeter's defense has really been something to be reckoned with in this game.
They've certainly made things hard on Bedford ever since the start of the second period. Teams are back to even strength. Bonafide behind the net, being checked by Strasser. Able to shake away from that. And Bonafide gets it up the wall. A give and go there. Bonafide gets the puck back. Still with the puck, fighting for it. Strasser fighting her. Now it's behind the net for York. Collision behind the net between 2 Blue Hawks. Finally picked up by the Bulldogs. This is number 27, Tegan Monahan. Had the puck taken away, and now Maddie Mann getting up ahead of steam as a 2-on-1 here. Passes it over to Bonafide, who fires and scores.
Over the right shoulder of Murphy into the goal.
2-on-1 breakaway. It's going to be a goal for Bonafides with an assist to Mann. And Mann probably could have scored that goal, but saw Bonafides cutting in and decided to give her teammate a shot. Now Bonafides has 2 goals. And the Exeter Blue Hawks are up 5-1. Puck rolls all the way to Gautreau as she just covers it up to be on the safe side. Face-off will be in the Exeter end here. 5-1 is your score. 2 goals by Bonafides, 2 goals by Mann, and 1 goal by number 10, Riley York.
10:53 left in the third period.
The lone goal scorer for Bedford.
Oh!
And that's a shot right off the face-off. It beats it beats Gautreau. She didn't see it. Was that Kelly who got it?
I believe it was Bray Kelly unassisted right off that face-off, which will bring Bedford 2-5 against Exeter.
So just 8 seconds after Exeter pushed it to 5-1. Quick goal by Bedford brings it to 5-2 with 10:51 to play. So Bray Kelly gets the goal.
Oof.
And O'Connell gets the assist, but now we've got another goal.
They
just 10
returned
seconds
that
later.
charge with equal fury.
That one went right over Murphy's shoulder at 10:41. So 3 goals in the span of 20 seconds, 2 by Exeter, 1 by Bedford.
That'll be a hat trick for Maddie Mann
Yes,
for the
it is.
Exeter Blue Hawks.
Her 3rd goal, and Drunzik gets another assist there. That's her 2nd assist. So we're back to a 4-goal lead here for the Exeter Blue Hawks. And they control the puck in the Bedford end. Here's York. Centering pass goes by everybody. Now it rolls out of the Bedford end, fired right back in. Exeter's got to get onside. Almost a turnover there. Drunsick had it on her stick. Couldn't do anything with it. In the neutral zone, Mann has it again. She's got 3 goals already. There's a shot saved by Murphy. Drunsick on the far wall lost it. Pass up for the Bulldogs, broken up. Now Sy passes it up for Vi Hodgson-Rogers. That miss gets by her into the corner where Bonafides has it for Exeter.
These line changes for Bedford are not always happening at the most opportune times.
Bonafide still controlling the puck. She's a terrific stick handler. Now she goes right in front of the Bedford net, backhands, but her shot is blocked. Nearly offside there by Exeter, but Bonafide gets the puck back again. Fires the shot from the face-off circle, wide far right. Another shot by Wilhelm, blocked by the Bulldogs.
Bedford is really struggling to keep this puck in Exeter's zone.
Kelly is trying to get control of that puck. Backhand shot there by Kelly, and we have a player hurt for Exeter. That's number 10, Riley York. York and Kelly were skating to the puck, and Kelly went down. She hit the board kind of hard, able to get up on her own, which is a good sign. Now she skates back to the bench. This Exeter team is already pretty short-handed, only with 4 subs. 9 skaters in all. Looks like York will be okay. Skates back to the bench on her own. No penalties called. And Kelly did have a pretty good shot on net there when she picked up the loose puck. So here we go, 8:38 to go here in the third. Bedford controls the face-off. Now stolen away by the Blue Hawks. Skating out of the zone. Cooper with the puck. Tried to drop past it. There's a shot by number 12, Cargill. Went wide. Now Bonafide from the other point. Her shot is blocked. Back up to the blue line. Kennedy had it there momentarily, lost it. Fired right back into the Bedford zone. 8 minutes to play in regulation. 6-2 Exeter. Puck stolen away. Taken right back by Kelly for Bedford. Still with the puck over the red line. Kelly against 2 Exeter Blue Hawks. Waiting. Tries to get around one. Goes wide. Tries to center the pass. Into the slot. Stolen away. And now cleared out by the Blue Hawks. Sy goes back for it. Sy up the wall to Strasser. Into the neutral zone with Bonafide. Now Cooper, she had it momentarily, lost it. Bonafide in the neutral zone, picks it up, skates in. 1-on-2, makes a move, fires a shot wide. Jelinas in the corner for Bedford. Up the wall to Strasser. Now Strasser skates it out. A slow backhand is knocked away there by Gautreau. Now Bonafide tried to get it up the ice. Instead it misses everybody, goes right on net to Murphy. She sticks it across into the corner. Sy tried to come up with it. Still in the corner. Fighting for possession now. Finally the Bulldogs clear, held into the blue line by Bonafide. Shot blocked. Bulldogs can't control. Now Mann takes it over for Exeter. Makes a move. Exeter still with the puck. Mann fires a shot and scores on the right-hand side, beating Murphy, and it's 7-2.
Mann has really been a force to be reckoned with during this game for Exeter. This is her 4th goal of the game, and she brings the same intensity even now in the 3rd period.
She's a tough one to face, and she's a talent that really rises above what the Bulldogs have. You know, this Exeter team, along with Mann, they've got Riley York. Waiting to see if there's an assist on the goal. No assist given, so it'll be her 4th goal. As I was saying, you know, you've got a very talented skater and shooter in Mann. Then you have Bonafide, who's a terrific stick handler. She's got a pretty good shot as well. She has 2 goals tonight.
And you'll see that the 2 players are often placed on the same line so that they can complement each other's best strengths, which is something I'd like to see Bedford do a little bit more of.
Well, Bonafide is a defense person, so she's always playing in the back on the back line, but she's not afraid to come up and jump into the offense. There she is in the corner now, gets checked, centering pass, tried to get it to a Bulldogs player, but instead Mann picks it up, and she's just on her way. Kelly tried to knock it away from her, but she gets it right back. Saved by Murphy though on the backhand. Good stop there. Shot from the blue line, blocked by Kelly.
Giving credit too to Claudia DeLeo for the backhand that sent that puck backwards.
Here's Mann again. Shot hits a leg. Into the corner it goes. Ava Winter loses the puck. And now Kelly for Bedford, their top skater, skating 1-on-2. She's got 2 other players with her behind. There's a shot high. That Gaudreau looked like she had a little trouble with that, but it goes over the net, so no harm there.
4 minutes and 27 seconds left in the 3rd period, and we are seeing Bedford place some shots on that Exeter goal. The question is, can they keep that up for the rest of this period?
Strasser goes into the corner, can't hold it in. Now Bonafide is able to skate out. As I mentioned, she's a defense person, but she is very good with the puck, and she will skate into the offensive zone. She fires a shot that goes wide. Cooper now had it momentarily. Mann had it, now taken away. York, good to see her back in the game after going down hard. Now Cargill coming in tight, fires a shot on the short side wide. Bulldogs trying to get the zone cleared here. Strasser finally does. And we get a whistle here. It's going to be a hooking call. I believe it's going to be on
number 12 for Exeter.
That is Kaya Cargill. She'll take a seat in the box, and Bedford will have a power play here.
2 minutes on the penalty with 3:34 left in the 3rd period.
So it'd be good to get the game back to within 4 goals here, although it's a tall order, able to come back from this 5-goal deficit with just 3:27 left. But they do have the player advantage. There's a shot high that Gautreau is able to corral. That was a really good shot there by Kearns, I believe, number 3.
That was a nice catch by Gautreau for Exeter.
So a great stop there by Brigitte Gautreau. Face off to her right. Strasser with the puck. Goes behind the Exeter net. Bedford with the player advantage. Backhand goes right through the crease. 1:35 left on the power play. Here's Kelly. From the blue line fires a shot. That should hit the post, and we're going to get a second penalty here. A delayed call. It was a charging call. And Exeter is going to the box. Another player, this time number 10, Riley York. And Bedford will now have a 2-man advantage for the next 1 minute and 28 seconds. We'll see if the Bulldogs can take advantage here.
To recap, that's 1:28 on number 12 and 2 minutes on number 10 for Exeter.
Yeah, Riley York in the box now for Exeter. Mann wins the faceoff, and now she's got a breakaway. She's off to the races. 1-on-0, fires a shot. Great blocker save there by Murphy, keeping Bedford in the game. Bedford coming right back now. They have a two-man advantage. Puck in the neutral zone. They've got to get into the Exeter zone here, get something going. Kelly, their best skater, has her pocket picked by Mann. Mann skating in. Murphy able to cover it up.
It is really hard to stop Mann when she starts skating, even at a mediocre pace. She's just a power force.
Yeah, she can just take the puck away from anybody. She did right there from Bray Kelly. So
58
face-off.
seconds on the penalty for number 12, 129 for number 10.
Exeter wins the face-off. Puck goes behind the net. Kelly's going to have another chance to skate it out. They've got 50 seconds left on this two-player advantage. Hodgson Rogers tried to get the puck forward to Myrek, too far. They got to go into the corner. Bonafide's back there as well. They're still fighting for it. 32 seconds left in the two-player advantage. Bedford controls. Nice tip there.
Nice.
Right at the blue line by Strasser. Shot by Myrek. Bonafide's stick was in the way. 16 seconds left.
Bedford is using their time well here.
Bonafide able to stop that shot with her stick and clear it all the way down the zone. So 5 seconds left on the two-player advantage. It'll be a one-player advantage for another 33 seconds. Strasser fires it down the ice. Exeter down just one player now.
1:24 left to go in the third period.
Cleared down the ice. Kelly's got to go back for it. Intercepted there by Mann. Mann checked off. Bedford gets it back. Just 5 seconds left on the power play. No icing on this call. It's going to go all the way back to the Exeter net. And she's just going to cover it up there, Gautreau will. With 56.9 seconds left here in the game. And while we've got a stoppage in play here, a quick thank you to our underwriters, Primary Bank, Northeast Delta Dental, the Wicks Insurance Group, Interim Healthcare of Manchester, Nelson Real Estate New Hampshire, and Murphy's Tap Room Carriage House Event Center. Thank you for supporting Bulldog Sports on BCTV and Bedford 105.1. And don't forget, tomorrow, 4 o'clock, tune in for girls basketball as they host the Massachusetts champions, the Wachusett Mountaineers. That'll be a great contest. 49 seconds left. Shot blocked. Shot right through the crease, knocked down. Another chance here for Bedford. That hits the leg. Somebody lost the glove there. Bedford still with it.
Oh, that should be a penalty, and it got
Bonafide's going to
called.
get a call there for knocking down the Bulldog player there. So just 28.5 seconds left in regulation, but we'll get another penalty here as Bonafide goes to the box. I don't know what they'll call that, a charge. No, they're going to call it a cross-check. So lots of penalties for the Blue Hawks in this period, but really no real harm to that. They've scored 3 goals to push the lead up to 7-2. Bedford just getting 1. Shot on net. Here's a chance for Bedford.
Myrek with the attempt comes slightly short.
Up the wall, held in at the blue line. Hits a leg. 12 seconds left in regulation. There's a shot. Scrum in front of the net. Can't get a stick on it. They clear it out. 5 seconds left here. That's going to do it. And that will do it for Bedford and Exeter. The Blue Hawks coming away with an impressive 7-2 win. Goal scorers in the third period. Bonafide at 10:59. Then Bray Kelly for Bedford at 10:51, made it 5-2. And then the last 2 goals scored by Maddie Mann at 10:41 and 6:10. And that's how we got to 7-2. Kelly Gleason, thank you for joining me on the broadcast. Always good to have you along for these girls' games. Really appreciate it. Bill Jennings on camera, Andrew Friend producing. I'm Harry Kozlowski. Be sure to join us tomorrow at 4 o'clock for girls basketball against Wachusett. Your final score, Exeter 7, Bedford 2. You've been watching and listening to Bedford Girls Hockey on BCTV and Bedford 105.1. So long, everybody.